What is going on, guys? I am back with another review of a day at an amusement park, and today I will be talking about this day I had at Knoebels this past Wednesday. And so it was a good day like always. It was a nice sunny day, and yeah, so with that being said, let's just get started with this review of the day. So when I first got to the park, I got my ride all day wristband. And then after I got my ride all day wristband, I had breakfast in the park before I got my ride all day wristband. I had a couple pancakes from International Food Court, which were very yummy. And then after that, I got my ride all day wristband. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. And then after that, I headed over to Flying Turns. And then after Flying Turns, I headed over to where Flying Turns. Shout out that ride op who recognized me, and she was like, You're back. I remember you. And then she explained to me that they were gonna do the test runs and all that, and then they were gonna let us on, which I already knew the process anyways. But again, shout out goes to that ride op that I saw at Knoebels during the family reunion, who I saw again on this visit. And so, anyways, after that, I headed over to Flyer. And then after Flyer, I headed over to Phoenix for a front seat ride. And then after that front seat ride on Phoenix, I headed over to Rocco Plane. And then after Rocco Plane, I headed to Downdraft. Shout out Lily. And then after Downdraft, I headed over to Stratosphere. And then after Stratosphere, I forgot to mention this, I think, but I also rode but after Stratosphere, I rode Twister. Shout out Julia. And after Twister, I headed over to Impulse, and then after Impulse, I headed over to Scenic Skyway, and then after Scenic Skyway, I headed over to Italian Trapeze, and then after Italian Trapeze, I headed to Satellite, and then after Satellite, I headed over to Scooters, and then after Scooters, I headed over to Grand Carousel. And then after Grand Carousel, I ate at the Wharf and got the buffalo chicken sandwich again. And then after that, I headed over to RotoJet. Shout out Laura, actually. And it's always a pleasure seeing her. And yeah, so after RotoJets, I headed over to Paratrooper. Shout out Rich. And then after Paratrooper, I headed over to Teacups. And then after Teacups, I headed over to Giant Flume, where shout out goes to William. I saw him at the top of the second big lift hill. And then after that, I headed over to Black Diamond. And then after Black Diamond, I headed over to, I believe it was you gotta rewrite on Rocco Plane. And then after Rocco, where that ride op recognized me, and he was like, he saw my shirt that day, and he was like, hey, you got Downdraft this time. And he recognized how I had the Rocco Plane, that I had the Rocco Plane shirt on that says, I don't need a psychologist, I just need to go for a drive to Knoebels. He recognized how I wore that shirt on the last visit where I saw him, and today I wore the Downdraft shirt that says Knoebels is my favorite Pennsylvania amusement park on it. And so anyways, yeah, by the way, guys, if you want those products, check out my merch store on YouTube Shopping. There should be products tagged all throughout this video and recent videos. And so anyways, after Rocco Plane, I headed to Downdraft, and then after Downdraft, I headed for another re-ride on Stratosphere. And then after Stratosphere, I headed over to Twister once again. And then after Twister, I headed over to Cosmotron. And then after Cosmotron, I headed over to Grand Carousel, where I caught the brass ring on it. And yeah, so I'll always love when that happens. And so after Grand Carousel, I think that's when I got a re-ride on Italian Trapeze, yeah. And then after Italian Trapeze, I had a re-ride on Scenic Skyway. And then after Scenic Skyway, I headed over to Impulse for a re-ride on that. I got the front row again 2 times in one day on Impulse. And so anyways, after Impulse, I headed over to, I think, Sklooge, and where it felt good to cool off. And then after Sklooge, I headed over to Pioneer Train. And then after Pioneer Train, I think I got a couple more re-rides on Stratosphere. And then after that, I headed over to Twister. And then after Twister, I think that might have been when I headed back over to Stratosphere for 2 more re-rides. And then after Stratosphere, I headed over to Tornado for 2 rides on that, actually. And then after Tornado, I had a re-ride on Downdraft. And then after Downdraft, I headed over to Phoenix for this time. I think for a backseat ride this time, yeah. And the airtime in the backseat on Phoenix especially is incredible. In the front and the back row, I say the airtime is most like insane. And so anyways, if you're going to ride the Phoenix for your first time anytime soon, I recommend either the front or the back. That's where you'll have the best ride. And so anyways, after Phoenix, I headed over to Paratrooper for a re-ride on that. And then after Paratrooper, I headed over to Oasis to try their pizza. Actually, I tried 1 pepperoni slice and 1 buffalo chicken slice, and they were both pretty good, actually. And then after that, I headed to Italian Trapeze, where I was luckily able to get on right away. And right after, and then right after I bared my feet, some little kid yelled, "Wyatt, take your shoes off!" And then and then after Italian Trapeze, I headed over for a re-ride on Flyer, and Flyer is so great in the evening especially. And so after that evening ride on Flyer, I think I got 2 more re-rides on Stratosphere, I believe. I think I might have gotten 3 more re-rides on Stratosphere, actually. And then after that, I got my usual toward closing rides on Twister. I love night rides on Twister. And again, shout out Julia and the whole entire Twister crew. And shout out goes to all the ride ops that recognized me on this visit as well as past visits. And as always, a shout out goes to the Knoebels staff for an awesome day at my favorite Pennsylvania amusement park. And so anyways, after those few night rides on Twister, that basically concluded my day at Knoebels. And by the way, after the first time I rode Phoenix, I headed to Anti-Cars and then headed to Rocco Plain and did all that. Yeah. Oh, excuse me again. And then, and so anyways, after those night rides on Twister, that pretty much concluded this day at Knoebels. So that pretty much concludes this review of 7/23/2025 at Knoebels Amusement Resort. Make sure to reply to me your thoughts on this video, and make sure to stay tuned for more coming soon here to Coaster Plus Music 19. And make sure to go check out my merch store on YouTube Shopping. Like I said, there should be products tagged all throughout recent videos at least. And so make sure to subscribe if you're new and turn on post notifications so you will not miss when I upload a new video. And speaking of which, I now do memberships. So here is how it works. There is a yellow level which gives you members only shorts and early access to new videos, as well as of course royalty free badges and emojis, and which is only the yellow level is only $2.99, by the way, can't forget that. And the green level, there's the green level, which is $5.99 and gives you all the benefits of the yellow level plus a member shout out. So if you would like a membership, what are you waiting for? Become a member of Coaster Plus Music 19 today. And so anyways, I will see you in the next